my hand, no hesitating. When you're just so tired of trying, all alone you feel like hiding. Together we'll keep fighting. There's no stopping us. Hold on, we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. Don't stop now. Hold on, we're gonna make it. We're gonna mountains too high we can climb it. Feelings we'll take in the moment. There's no stopping us. Hold on, we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. Can you see the sun is shining like a new hope? Feel it rising, coming over the horizon. There's no stopping us. Hold on, we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. Don't stop now. Hold on, we're gonna make it. We're gonna mountains too high we can climb it. Feelings we'll take in the moment. There's no stopping us. Hold on, we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. Don't you give up, don't you give up on me. Don't you give up, don't you give up now. Don't you give up, don't you give up on me. Don't you give up, don't you give up now. Don't you give up, don't you give up on me. Don't you give up, don't you give up now. Don't you give up, don't you give up on me. Don't you give up, don't you give up now. There's no stopping.
Okay, I'm just testing my equipment to see if I hear myself. I don't. Okay. I'm just, never mind. Okay. Just testing that the audio is working, and it does. I'm Chris Gargiulo of Real Estate with Mr. G. This is my weekly podcast. I'm sorry it's a few days late. I've been under the weather, and I'm feeling a little bit better. And so I'm usually on the Saturday night. It got pushed to Wednesday night, and I apologize. But I brought to work again. The Saturday night is a good night. Could be, maybe not. But I'm usually on Saturday night at 7 p.m. All right, but I'm live right now. It's about 6 minutes after 7. And again, I told you who I am. I run a blog, and I do my weekly podcast. My blog is realestatewithmrg.blog, where every week I present you the minimum of 5 new articles relating to real estate and the mortgage industry and the economy, and about 3 videos, maybe even more, to help you keep informed and be on top of things. All right. But I'm also a licensed real estate broker and referral specialist with Realty Connect LLC, where I can help you find or list a property anywhere within the United States. You could connect with me either by sending me direct messages via Facebook or LinkedIn or YouTube. This is on YouTube as well, Instagram. Or you just could go to my website, realestatewithmrg.us, enter your information there. When you enter the information there, you'll be presented to or presented with up to three top producing people, real estate agents within that locale. And they will introduce themselves. They will send you information, and you feel uh, whoever you feel the most comfortable with, that's the agent you will choose. All right. Um, I can consult with you, um, give you advice, but the work itself, the listing, and the showing of properties will be done by these agents. And there's no additional charge for you when you use the service. Okay, my commission comes out at the end, and there's no added points, so it doesn't go from 6% to 7% of your listing. No, I get whatever you agree with the buyer agent or the seller agent. Okay, so maybe to round it up here to or to give you a basic idea of how Realty Connect LLC works, let me show you this entertaining video.
Imagine hiring someone for a job without an interview. That's how most people pick a real estate agent. Unfortunately, most people don't find out what kind of agent they have until they're already in the middle of a transaction. But how do you find a great agent before making a move? Realty Connect is an invite-only network of the top 5% of all real estate agents in the country. Our free, easy-to-use online service helps you find the right agent for the job. Here's how it works. At Realty Connect, we analyze historical data from millions of real estate transactions and past client reviews to objectively determine which agents are good in a given area. Then we grade each agent on their skills, experience, reputation, knowledge, and communication. Extraordinary agents that score 95% or higher are invited into our network. This comprehensive vetting process allows us to recommend 3 top local agents that will be a good fit for a buyer or seller based on the client's unique needs and the skills and strengths of the agent. Just provide us with some basic information about you and your real estate goals. Once received, we'll match you with 3 top-rated agents that specialize in your market. Evaluate each agent and decide who you like best without any pressure or obligation. We make finding the perfect agent fast and easy, but the best part is our service is 100% free. That's right, none of our services will cost you a penny. We felt the best way to find a real estate professional, and it works by matching you with top-rated agents based on their skills and strengths. Our nationwide network allows us to serve every zip code in the U.S., so whether you're moving across the country or just moving across town, if you're buying or selling a home, let Realty Connect help you find an extraordinary agent today.
Okay, so I hope that was helpful. Put it in a nutshell about how we work. And again, I just saw a report in the Daily Press where there are more agents than listings in the Hampton Roads area. So there are many, many agents out there, some who, uh, and I'm not putting down anybody, are doing it part-time. And I got to say, real estate, to really make an impact in it, to really truly make it uh, your sole income, you have to do it full time. There's really no way about it because there's so much involved with it. There's canvassing, there's getting listings, there's meeting with clients, there's going for home inspections. If you're a listing agent, there's appraisals, and if you're working 9 to 5, you have to make arrangements with other agents to do it, and sometimes the client will say, "Well, what's going on there? Who's my true agent?" And I'm not saying it cannot be done, and agents are working part time are doing well, but to really to to get your claws into the business, you have to do it full time. So Realty Connect finds those top producers, and they join the network, and then we refer out to them. And then also you don't want someone who's a friend of the family because you might have some private information that you like to keep with people who really don't know you, right? You don't want some of the stuff to leak out. Oh, so and so did this in their background. They had this on the report or whatever. Um, I think it's best to work with somebody who doesn't really know the rest of your family and friends. That's how I feel about it. Yeah. There's always a little bit of a conflict when you're working with friends and family. And again, there might have been examples where it worked out perfectly, but as a whole, I'm saying it may be at times uncomfortable. All right. Okay. So, what is our topic question for today's podcast? I think we have Laura from Los Angeles.
Mr. G, I am going to put my house on the market in a few weeks. What are the benefits of me having a pre-listing inspection before I list? After all, it may cost me up to $500. And as a senior citizen on a fixed income, I really don't have the extra money now to afford. With all your vast and infinite wisdom in the real estate industry, please give me your recommendations. I watch your video podcasts every week with my husband of 52 years. Because they are so informative and fun, we are able to stay awake for the entire episode. God bless.
Thank you, Laura. I think, but thank you for that very nice recommendation and comments. And this is actually a great question because we just got out of this period where basically sellers could do anything. They just had to put their property on the market, and they could basically name their price. If somebody, many people were not even doing a home inspection because they don't want to upset the seller. That they might say, "Oh, you're gonna find things wrong in my house. Forget it. I'm going to go with another offer." And those who went with a home inspection, buyers who went with a home inspection, they did it for informational purposes only. So they will find out what's wrong with the house and say, well, there's a lot of issues with it. I'm not going to continue my purchase. But times have changed. It's not really a seller's market. It's not really a buyer's market. It's kind of like right in the middle because we still need more listings with mortgage rates being still high. I know they dropped a little bit this week, but people who have homes now who purchase their homes with mortgages under 3% don't want to automatically go to a mortgage that's like 6.5%. That's more than doubled. And also, that's on the seller side and on the buyer side because mortgage rates are high and home prices are also very, very high. Buyers are kind of holding back. They're not choosing as quickly as before. They're taking their time. They've realized that, maybe 3 or 4 years ago, the house that they were approved for, let's say their top was 250, is now worth 300,000. It's not going to work out, and they might have to look for a smaller home or a less expensive home in order to apply for the mortgage. In other words, a house that is valued now at 300,000 that was at 250. They might have to still stay at 250, but that house now in March of 2025 will most likely be a smaller house, maybe not that many amenities and so forth. So it's different. So we have this period of time where, and another article I just saw in the Daily Press, very, very good, is that houses are moving in the Hampton Roads area. All right. So we are having sales. It's very regional when you look at real estate sales. There's a lot of cities across the country where market is moving very, very slowly, but not in Hampton Roads. And that's because we have the military. We have, we're getting orders now as far as Newport News shipbuilding to building more ships. That brings in more jobs and more people. So we're constantly going. We're a growing community. Also, with doing a lot in this area with hospitality, with building hotels, with building casinos. We already have the Busch Gardens and the Williamsburg and Virginia Beach. So it's a mega complex. It's really developing a lot, a whole lot. So we're attracting a lot of people to the area. So we're doing good, not great, but much better than other cities across our land. All right. So this pre-listing, why is it a good idea to do that? And in a sense, it's like when you're ready to buy a house. I'm talking now from the viewpoint of the buyer. We always urge our buyers to get pre-qualified. A lot of buyers say, "No, let me find the house I want, and then I'll speak to a mortgage loan." No, that's not the way to go about it. You find out beforehand. Well, first of all, you find out if I truly qualify for a mortgage. I've realized the people who think their credit is perfect, they have issues, and the ones who are nervous about their credit, their credit is fine. So you want to find out, if there's something I have to do before I am truly eligible to buy a home. I may have to pay down some debt, pay off some bills that have gone into collection, and so forth. And the sooner you find that out, the sooner you could enter the market and purchase a home. Well, on the other side, you have the pre-listing inspection. And I sold many homes like this because, excuse me, because number one, and we're going to go through it in detail with my PDF here, it gives the buyer confidence. They're knowing up front if there are any issues with the house. And if the seller made the repairs, they'll show you the receipts that these things have been done. So it raises the comfort level. Okay, that's on the side of the buyer. Now I want to tell you something. Even when the seller does a home inspection, we always say, do your own as well, because you never know. It might happen a small percentage of the time where, the seller's good friends with the home inspector, said, just, look the other way with that, just look, and they shouldn't do that. They shouldn't, and that really happens. But most of my buyers have done their own report as well. All right. Okay. Hope I didn't upset anybody by saying that. I don't want to. I don't want any trouble. Okay. So selling a house comes with a lot of moving pieces. And the last thing you want is a deal falling apart over unexpected repairs uncovering during the buyer's inspection, okay, which is done after ratification of the contract. So that's why it pays to anticipate potential issues before buyers even step through out the door. So what is a pre-listing inspection? A pre-listing inspection is essentially a professional home inspection you schedule before putting the house on the market. Just like inspections your buyers will do after an offer, this process identifies any issues with the condition of your house that could have impact on your sale, like structural problems, faulty or outdated HVAC systems, or other essential repairs. So if you don't like surprises, this is a great option for the seller. While it can be beneficial for a seller to do a pre-listing inspection, it isn't always necessary. For example, if your home is relatively new and you've been the only owner, you're most likely already aware of any big issues that could impact the sale. But for an older home, a pre-listing inspection can be very insightful and help you get ahead of any potential problems. So the key is deciding whether the benefits outweigh the cost of your situation. Sometimes a few $100s now can get you information that'll save you a lot of time and hassle later on. So why might it be worth considering in today's market? Well, of course, it gives you time to make repairs, all right? If that's what you decided to do. I mean, you could always, if the repairs are out of your hand, you might just say, well, the market price for my house, the amount of bedrooms and the bath and the square footage, it's 250, but I really need a new HVAC system, so I'm going to bring it down to 230. And or you or not and but or you just do those repairs and then you sell it at that true market value. And then you want to avoid surprises during the negotiations. So when your buyers discuss issues during their own inspection, it can lead to last minute negotiations, price reductions, or even the deal falling through. A pre-listing inspection gives you a chance to spot and address many problems ahead of time so they don't turn into a last minute headache or negotiation roadblocks. Okay? So you're getting on top of that, You're avoiding those prizes where you didn't know your HVAC system was on its last legs, and they do the home inspection, and they said, no, this, um, either you got to repair or replace either maybe the heat pump or whatever, or give a year warranty. There's sometimes a way to keep the contract going. You offer a warranty on the HVAC system and the other appliances, and then sell your house faster. So according to Rocket Mortgage, if your home is listed in the best shape possible, there won't be as many reasons for buyers to ask for concessions. That means you should be able to cut down on negotiation timelines and ultimately sell faster. And that's if you made the repairs. Okay? So always remember that the house that will sell fastest and for the most money is the house that the new buyer just has to turn the key. That's why they call it a turnkey property and move in. Okay? And that sells the fastest and for the best price. So you're going to do the home inspection, and if you're financially able to do it, you make the repairs that the home inspector recommends. And of course, your agent will offer advice on how to prioritize repairs, what should be done first, or most important in case there are a lot of different repairs, and knowledge of how to handle any disclosure requirements. So after talking to your agent, you may decide not all the repairs are worth it right now. Just be ready to disclose what you're not tackling. Some states require disclosures as part of the listing. Lean on your agent for more information. And that really goes, like I said, on some states, you have to disclose everything. If there's a big issue that is failing, again, we could give the example as the HVAC system. In Virginia, the seller signs a disclosure statement and usually says, as far as I know, there's nothing wrong with the house. And most of the times, it's the big items, the most expensive items. Doesn't mean there's a loose shingle on the roof. It's a big issue. So if your home inspector says that this HVAC system is, or maybe it's not even working at all, you must disclose that just to be safe. You don't want things coming back and nipping you in the bud, right? Because you have to make that disclosure. So bottom line, it's not a bad idea. It's not required. I mean, even if you have a house that's a year old, that's just brand new, you live there, you could still do inspection. It's up to you. But if you want to avoid things like surprises, and all of a sudden you find things that are wrong with your house, and you don't want to find it out when the buyer comes in with their inspection, okay? Or you just want your house to sell faster, I think this is a good idea to tackle it first. Okay? It's a case by case situation. You could talk it over with your agent. You could ask me for advice, but through me, I'm going to send you to a Realty Connect agent, and you see what's the best situation for you and what to do. Home inspections, you're not going to be refunded for that, or you're not going to recoup that cost. It's just an expense for doing a transaction of selling your house. Okay. So I think we covered most of that. All right. So let me put myself back in here. And I think I just have a nice little graphic I want to put up. Sort of a summary. 3 reasons why a pre-listing inspection may be worth it in today's market. Gives you time to make repairs on your schedule. Help you avoid surprises during negotiations, and sets you up to sell your house faster. All right, those are good things. All right, my video I'm going to do is not really about pre-listing, but one thing you should know, and you might find out, I mean, through your pre-listing inspection, if your house has no repairs and it's ready to be just moved in, all right, you could go for that little bit higher price and not lowering it because it's not able to, or the buyer's not able just to turn the key and move in. So this is also helpful with knowing your value of your house. Okay. All right. So that was helpful too, I believe. I hope so. Okay. And on my blog, realestateWithMrG.blog hyphen / resource hyphen materials. If you go there, we have just hot off the presses. We have the things to consider when buying a home. All right, it's a free guide. You could download for free. And also the things to consider when selling your house, the spring edition. These come out quarterly, and these just came out like a week ago. So they're brand new, hot off the press, it's still warm. And you could download them, you read them, and then you contact me when you want to buy or sell or both. Sell and buy a home, and I could help you out with that. Okay? All right. I like this. We're under 30 minutes, and I like to keep these podcasts under 30 minutes. And I believe that my producer says that she has footage of an old, I think it was a Sunbeam bread commercial I did in the 60s. I'm not so sure if I remember 100%.
Great news, Mr. G. We found an outtake from an old Sunbeam commercial you did back in the 1960s. It did not go well. Here it is. Did you ever do a final take?
Well, you just try the tendon test, Jane. You'll be convinced. Oh, say, I've got to go. Mary just got home. Bye. Hi, dear.
Mommy, what's the tenderness test?
The tenderness test proves how tender batter whipped sunbeam bread really is. I'll take this piece of ordinary bread. Now watch how it tears. See? It's ragged and uneven because it's mixed a ton at a time. Often isn't mixed thoroughly, and it can be tough.
I actually prefer whole wheat, Mom, but what's going on? This bread is kind of hard and crunchy. Is this right? No, it didn't go well, and it was never aired. Someone gave me a dry piece of wheat toast, and it broke, and it wasn't the tenderness test. So, but I think it was fun that you found it. Thank you, Isabella. Okay, so that's our show for today, and during the week, and when I want to start doing, because there's so many changes that are going through with our economy, which then, of course, affects the real estate market. I'm going to do like some short videos on what's going on. I think it's important. I think it's important for you to be aware. We're in this time now of uncertainty, and I hope I could give some guidance on that. So I'll be, talking about that during the week. I might then envelope it into a big podcast, but I'll do different snippets during the week. So anyway, that's our show for this week. I'll see you Saturday, and always remember, the greatest power we have is to love, and the greatest gift is each other. Thank you.